So this is my Zeiss Ikon Ikonta 52116 camera. It's a very old camera. It's a camera which was manufactured in the last years of the 1940s and the first years of the 1950s. It uses 120 roll film, the same as the Hasselblad camera. The back's released and the rolls are inserted between these sprung spindles here. You see the payout roll there, and the film's advanced by the rotary mechanism on the top. The lens is mounted on bellows, at least like that. The film, once advanced, the shutter interlock is released, and the shutter is cocked independently using this control here. So the lens is focused with this ring, which focuses down to 1.5 metres, or 1.2 metres actually, and up to infinity. The shutter speed set also at the front, 1/10 of a second at the moment. It goes from bulb, then 1 second to 1/200th of a second. The way these shutters work, I doubt very much whether it's accurate at 1/200th of a second at wide apertures, but we'll find out when the film is processed. So the aperture f22 to f4.5 is set here, and the shutter is released with the shutter release in the usual place. There we go. Now obviously there's no autofocus or auto exposure on this camera. There's barely a viewfinder really. It's a simple square hole in a metal plate coupled with a plastic lens in front of the viewfinder there. It really makes you respect all the more the World War II photojournalists who use these cameras, or very similar cameras, in the field. The lens also is not easily interchangeable, so it's this is the focal length you get, and you have to run up to the tanks to photograph them. It remains to be seen whether the totally uncoated optics which this camera has in the lens is anywhere near the quality of the super multi-coated, multi-element lenses we're used to in modern cameras. But I have finally got around to putting through a roll of HP5 400 ASA Ilford black and white film, and later on we'll process that and see whether or not it cuts the mustard in today's photographic world. The 400 ASA film is actually a very fast film, I suspect, for this camera. Certainly on a bright summer's day we were looking at the maximum shutter speed and also the minimum aperture to get what I guess was the correct exposure. So we'll see how the photographs come out. I think the black and white emulsion has a great deal of latitude. I'm rather depending upon that to get the exposure anywhere near right. Here we are in the utility room, and it's the moment of truth. Developing tank's been in the wash for a good long time now, so here we disassemble it. Well, here's the spiral. And yes, we see a very good density, I think. See that, present that to camera. No, certainly the camera was very light tight, and some of the exposures are really quite accurate. Not bad. Now you can get squeegees to do this, but I prefer the traditional method. It only takes one piece of grit in the squeegee to wreck the whole film. So there we are, a medium format roll of HP5 made by a 1950s camera.